Canada's top court rules that Google must block some search results worldwide. Canadian courts can force internet search leader Google to remove results worldwide, the country's top court ruled on Wednesday, drawing criticism from civil liberties groups arguing that such a move sets a precedent for censorship on the internet. In its 7-2 decision, Canada's Supreme Court found that a court in the country can grant an injunction preventing conduct anywhere in the world when it is necessary to ensure the injunction's effectiveness. The internet has no borders. Its natural habitat is global, the Supreme Court wrote in its judgment. The only way to ensure the interlocutory injunction attained its objective was to have it apply where Google operates, globally. The case stems from claims by Acoustic Solutions Incorporated, a small technology company in British Columbia that manufactures network devices. That distributor, Datalink Technologies Gateways, relabeled one of its products and sold it as its own online and acquired trade secrets to design and manufacture a competing product. In 2012, Acoustic asked Google to remove Datalink search results until the case against the company was resolved. While Google did remove 300 specific web pages associated with Datalink, it did so only on the Canadian version of its search engine. The Supreme Court of British Columbia subsequently ordered Google to stop displaying search results in any country for any part of Datalink's websites. In its appeal before the Supreme Court of Canada, Google had argued that the global reach of the order was unnecessary and that it raised concerns over freedom of expression. The Supreme Court rejected Google's argument that the right to freedom of expression should have prevented the order from being issued. This is not an order to remove speech that, on its face, engages freedom of expression values, the court wrote in its ruling. We have not to date accepted that freedom of expression requires the facilitation of the unlawful sale of goods. The global reach was necessary, according to the court, because if removed search results were restricted to Canada alone, purchasers both in and out of Canada could easily continue to find and buy from Datalink. Open Media, a Canadian group campaigning for open communications, opposed the ruling. There is a great risk that the governments and commercial entities will see this ruling as justifying censorship requests that could result in perfectly legal and legitimate content disappearing off the web because of the court order in the opposite corner of the globe, said Open Media spokesperson David. It doesn't have his last name. Google cannot appeal the Supreme Court ruling. If the company has evidence that complying with the order would force it to violate other countries' laws, including interfering with freedom of expression, it can apply to the British Columbia court to alter the order, the Supreme Court said, noting Google has not made such an application. The biggest reason I don't like this situation is we have a government forcing a company to change its behavior worldwide. I think that definitely sets a really bad precedent that is no doubt going to be exploited in the future. It also irritates me that this is affecting me as an American when it's a ruling from a Canadian court. This is a big step towards internet censorship for a lot of reasons. The big thing that steps out to me is this being a legitimate tactic used by a business in order to remove their competition from the internet, Soviet Union style. If you can imagine in a situation where it would be more cost effective to go to court and have people edit it off the internet, because now there is legal precedent for it, as opposed to actually competing with them honestly on the free market, then that is something that will happen over and over again. The way law works is people exploit it to its full degree until there has to be a court ruling on it. I have a feeling that we're going to see some more cases like this by the end of the year. And all other things aside, I think it's kind of, just to be straightforward, horseshit to be a country or be a court and say that your laws need to be enforced worldwide. But I think that's all I've got for this one, so thanks everyone for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all later.